What is going on, FHDL? It's your host, TW110, back for another qualifying session at Byron Bay West. But this time it's the second one for Sunday, the final day of qualifying. And we got two drivers that have been driving this season already. And we got AJ Soups all over you, who I believe is number 2 in the points. And we got Dat Booty Meat. So let's go ahead and get into it. Forza Horizon Drift League is presented by TrentFigure Drift Team. Do you meet the trifecta? Speed, proximity, style. Also brought to you by Plantronics Gaming. Gear up, gear good. Sponsored by 110 Customs. We don't just give 100% effort, we give you 110. Also by Figurative Tuning. Need a drift tune that needs a couple tweaks or a whole new drift tune? Go to Figurative Tuning. Excuse me. They'll help you figure it out. Also brought to you by, or not brought to you, sorry. Sorry guys, long day yesterday. I'm still trying to get back up in pace, but also sponsored by HKS Performance, bringing style of drifting since 2002. Sponsored by Team 5 Zygon, Forza Daily Skids on Instagram, Strictly Sideways, VaporsOnline.com, and StickerBoost.com. Go to StickerBoost.com, enter the code FHDL to get 15% off your purchase. So let me go ahead and bring up the stream here so I can check chat. So if you guys put anything in chat before now, I will not be able to see it because I'm just now opening up the chat. And so let's go ahead and get into it, get my traffic glitch out of the way. I do apologize for running late. One of the drivers took forever to get back on the mic. Not going to say who. He knows who I'm talking about. Alright, so let's go ahead and go get the traffic glitch out of the way. What's up, FHDL fan? Right. Louis Ridge in the chat says TEV rooting on for Elite Velocity. That is because AJ Soups is no longer on Trifecta. He is now on Elite Velocity. And that's who he is rooting for. Hayski says, go AJ. Yeah, I know we're late, FHDL, or I'm just going to say fan. We're late, fan. Like I said, it's just because we had to wait for a driver to get back on. He stepped away for a minute longer than what he thought he was going to, and so we're going to try to hurry up and get through this. Our next one actually isn't at 2 like I thought. We do got quite a bit of a break. Our next one is at 5 p.m. Unless somebody changes to an earlier time, just hit that follow button here on Twitch and you'll get notified when we go live every time. So that way, if somebody does change to an earlier time and you don't get blindsided, it's like, hey, Forza Horizon Drift League is live now. So here we go. Drivers are going to start with their nose at the line that's going across here, the perpendicular white line, and they're going to do a 50-mile-an-hour roll. They're going to start in the right lane, but then once they start, they can move to the left if they want to do a feint entry or just stay here to do a regular one. Doesn't matter, but they're going to do a 50-mile-an-hour roll to the last driveway on the left, and they're going to accelerate and initiate at the last driveway on the right, or where I'm going to have the car parked, and then it's going to be a hard decel area, big braking area, into an inside clip here. We're going off the road edge, sweeping back out to a touch and go. Be careful with these curves though. These curves will eat you alive. We've seen it quite a bit yesterday, especially with one of the top performing drivers, Stinky Bog 82. So then there's no clip there, but the line that I'm going right now is the line you're probably going to want to take coming through this Manji section. And yes, I did say Manji section. This track does have one. And then you're going to want to do 3 transitions, no more, no less. If you do more or less, it will be a major deduction. Then you're going to be coming up this inside zone right here, getting as close as you can to the curb as long as you can, and then sweeping back out to an outside zone through these parking spots, holding it through these parking spots as long as you can, and then coming in for an inside clip through the needle. So what we call the needle is this section right here, obviously, but we call it threading the needle when you go through it, because this is an inside clip on that curb there, but you cannot drop tires on the curb in the divider right there to my left. You need to stay on the concrete close to the curb to your right, or on the asphalt holding angle through here, basically threading the needle. And then you're going to hold that angle all the way till the end of the white line here to my left, and that will be the finish. So I'm going to go ahead and try to put in a clean run for you guys. So the drivers would be at the starting line, honk when ready, and they're going to go. Like I said, a 50-mile-an-hour roll. If I don't talk much, I'm sorry, I just cannot talk and drift at the same time. Accelerate, initiate. A little bit of a jump drift through the intersection there. Ooh, saved it there. I thought I was going to overshoot it, but probably one of the best runs I put in all weekend. So you got a lot of fans in the chat there, AJ. So I'm going to go park my car at the initiation point like we try to do for every event. And then getting follow cam, aka drone mode, and AJ Soups will be going first. So you're number 2 in the points, driving now for Elite Velocity, sponsored by Vapors. All right, AJ, honk when ready, and then you may go. All right, he's off and running. Mount roll, he accelerates in that dart that he uses a lot and is always very good, and he may have just got that inside clip. Definitely getting the touch and go, just barely though. Coming in good transitions, a little bit of a jump drift there. Dropping a tire coming up on the inside zone, not getting the zone either. He came out a little too hot. Dropping a tire through the outside zone. And then threading the needle, he hit the sign though, but the only reason he hit the sign is because his bumper tapped it. And that is okay, because we're going off of tires through that section. So pretty decent run for AJ, a few mistakes. It's probably the most mistakes I've seen AJ make in a qualifying run. So let's hope that he can pick it up. All right, AJ, honk when ready, and then you may go for your final run. All right, he's off and running in that dart. For his final run. You're number 2 in the points. Good big angle, but dropping a tire on the inside clip, getting the touch and go beautifully. Here he comes through the Manji section with some good angle, good little jump drift, slows it down, good transition, holding the inside zone the entire way. This is what I was talking about. This is AJ's capability. Does not drop a tire there that time. Hard e-brake and threads the needle. What a run by AJ Soups. Probably the best run we've seen all weekend. That was near perfect. The only mistake that he made was the dropping of the tire in the first corner. So next up is going to be Dat Booty Meat 253 from Storm Drift. So he's going to pull up to the line that RX-7. All right, Booty, honk when ready, and then you may go for your first run. What is up, Boking Drifter? Alright, here he goes for his 50-mile-an-hour roll. Goes for a little bit of a feint entry, possibly. Pretty good initiation, just barely getting that inside clip, getting the touch and go. Here he comes through the Manji section, good fluid transitions, a little bit of a jump drift. Ooh, grips up a little bit from that jump drift. Not sure if he's close enough for that inside zone coming on the uphill. Getting the outer zone. Oh, but he gripped up there because he touched the curb. And then finishes with angle. And then he barely touches the curb here, but I don't know if the judges will count that as a tire drop, because since he is on the edge of the curb. But we just seen through that outer zone, he barely tapped that curb and it straightened him up just a little bit. That's what I'm talking about. These curbs will mess you up if you touch them. It's no joke. All right, so for your final run, Booty, honk your horn, and then you may go. Right, there's his horn. He's off and running for his final run. Hopefully he can pick it up. Going with that somewhat of a feint entry. Nailing that inside clip. Getting the touch and go. A little bit angle checky though. Here he comes through the Manji section. Still a little angle checky, getting big angle though. Coming on the uphill inside zone, not quite getting it. Can he get the outer zone? He does without getting the curb this time. Here he comes through the needle and nails it perfectly, but probably did not get that inside clip going through there. All right, 2 good runs. Like I said, AJ's run was probably, if not the best, one of the best we've seen all weekend, so congrats to him. So that's going to do it for this session, guys. The next one is at 5 p.m. Central. That is in about 3 hours and 25 minutes. We will see you then, unless somebody changes their time. That's why I said hit that follow button on our Twitch, so that way you get notified. Excuse me. So you get notified every time that we go live. Here is where you can follow us on social media. I'll keep that up for a bit while I look up and see who's going to be running at that time. So let me see here. So running at 5 is going to be Cheese Stick 465, one of the new drivers for FHDL. So it'll be interesting to see how he does. So that'll do it for this session. Congrats to AJ on a really, really good run. And we will see you in about, like I said, 3 hours and 25 minutes. Keep it sideways, guys.